I'm taking over, that's a promise, not a threat.
Uppercut season off top, you stop breathing.
Saturday night was more entertaining than I thought it would actually be. You know, started off with it was Lucero and was it Valenzuela in the opener for the 2 rounds that it lasted. You know, they threw some heat at each other, and I think that was the only fight that I stayed away from the betting lines because, because with these Mexicans, some of them one's 14-0, the other one's 22-0. And they have 90-something% KO ratios.
But you could tell off the bat because it was 2 undefeated Mexicans at 154. You could tell off the bat the one was better. As the fight started.
Yeah, honestly, I would have picked Valenzuela because he had more KOs than dude had actual fights. I would have picked him just off rip because this shit's too close to call. I'm glad I stayed away from that one though. Yeah, Lucero, people calling that an early stoppage. I'm like, that's not really early. It wasn't an early stoppage to me. I appreciate the slugfest though, but that wasn't an early stoppage at all. I was, so I was like, okay, at least, like I said, 154 doesn't fail. Was good, Android. Hopefully June is greater than May. Right now we have momentum, from this past weekend. So, like I said, we'll see how that goes. And then we had Yoeli Hernandez and Kyron Davis. For some reason, PBC be putting on the good middleweight fights. I don't know what it is. It seemed like they're getting the good middleweight fights, and they're making them, and it just seems to be a matter of time that they might actually build a middleweight stable that that might add on to another middleweight champion other than Adames though. But Hernandez, I for some reason I always thought Hernandez was just like a power puncher or whatever. He was a good power puncher, but he showed a little bit more wrinkles than I thought though. And I think Dude had something of a mini viral moment when he landed some killer instant combo on the rope on Kyron Davis, and then afterwards he started stalking Dude like Wilder did with Stavern or whatever, and motherfuckers seem to like that. But Hernandez though is. Oh, go ahead, Pilot.
They call him Yo-Yo. He's kind of a hot Cuban prospect, right? But. There's some questions about him, but I think he answered them. That's all I was going to say. I think he answered them.
Yeah. At least he answered the first round of questions because, because obviously, Cuban fighters, we obviously, we can't go all in on them. You got to wait till they start showing some intangibles. Not everyone is a Joel Casamayor or anything like that. You got to let them see if they're a Casamayor or they're a Barthélemy. And. Hernandez, though, it seems like he might be, he might be on some Casamayor set. We'll see how that goes, though. But yeah, he laid a beating on Kyron Davis.
Damn.
Yeah, that is space. It lasted the distance because it's the first fight of his to go the distance, though. And truthfully, Kyron Davis could have been pulled out, and I'm still impressed with Kyron Davis because he had guts, though. He was still fighting whatever, but. His trainer should have stayed for another. He works with Brett, doesn't he?
Yeah, Brett had a rough night. Yeah. Brettman had a rough night. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was like,
I forgot all about this fight. I didn't even see this fight.
No, it was, no. Kyron Davis, he got dropped. He got dropped in the first 3 rounds. But obviously he only got stopped by Benavidez on his feet, so he's tough as fuck. But
yeah, he's tough.
He's too tough. He was taken. He had to go to the hospital, I'm sure, for that because that was.
But I felt like I didn't like, even though he beat Elijah Garcia, I felt like it was one of those I'm gonna just do enough type of performances, and I hate when people get that mentality. Like I'm gonna do instead of really beating his ass and putting the foot down like he could have. He did just enough to win. He won clean,
and that was Elijah Garcia off missing weight by 8 pounds too.
That's what I'm saying. So it's I feel like when you get that mentality going, it's you don't even know when to turn it on or off. That's why I never like when people get the mentality because you already have a 100% killer mentality for shit.
Yeah, the thing with him though is I'm surprised Brett. Brett, you can only because he's not an offensive person. He only has 6 KOs. He hasn't stopped anybody since 2020. So it's
But
been.
Brad, if you listen to Breadman talk, Brad is the most offensive-minded nigga in the world in his book.
Breadman,
So
a great boxing mind. His training lines, but I will say he's kind of funny. I swear
he's getting like that, definitely.
I swear I heard in even the Plant fight, but I swear he said hit him low. I swear he said that to Chiron too. Like, basically hit him below the belt. Like, during desperation time. I felt like he said that to both of his fighters, but whatever.
I wouldn't be surprised if he did though, but because like I said, Hernandez is also big for a fucking middleweight. So if PBC knows what's good, they would kind of fast track him. Like, and I know I keep on hearing these rumors about Hernandez and Adames not fighting because of the Cuban thing. Like, they gotta stop that bullshit. Like,
isn't Adames Dominican? Or am I tripping?
Is he Dominican? There was something.
Adames is Dominican.
He's
Oh,
Dominican. He's
oh.
Dominican. Yeah.
But
I heard they're not gonna fight because maybe in the same gym or some shit. I don't know. But there's a title when you're at 160, so somebody got to fight.
Somebody's got to fight, and because I think Hernandez he has the frame that he'll probably outgrow middleweight sooner than later. So it's like, yeah, you got to steer him towards some middleweight title, because in like his next couple of fights.
Pause, major pause, but dude's neck is crazy, just like the way it bulges out. Pause. He's got his neck is kind of sticks out. That's all. Let's put it that way.
I ain't gonna hold you. That is wild.
Hey, damn.
Yeah. I mean, I get it because but yeah, no, that's like late night talk, but I get it. But yeah, like I said, dude's frame, Dude could probably go up to light heavyweight, at some point though. But that's why I was like, yeah, they need to probably steer him toward the middleweight title soon, before he outgrows that division.
I mean, he's not that much longer for the division. He already looks like he'll be really draining himself to make the weight. So, how old is he, by the way?
I mean, he's Cuban, bro.
That's true.
I googled it. It said 27, so he's probably 30.
Nigga, he's 32.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta read the
okay, so he's 32. Good to know.
Yeah, he has one of them Yahtzee ages, bro. You just have to guess, man. So I mean, and let's see, Marquise Breadman had that Little Mac advice. shout out to Little Mac reference.
You're saying Teofimo Haney's official now, official by Lance Pugmire in Saudi. Sorry.
Breadman did not have a good week at the office. So
no, he did not though.
But these niggas dressing like a motherfucking Sons of Anarchy with those damn vests was kind of corny too. The fuck, if you're gonna be dressed like that, you gotta punch like a real crystal meth head, nigga. You gotta be throwing them blows, bro.
Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of get to agree with the pilot. Brad seemed like a great boxing mind, or just a good boxing mind. I won't say great.
When when he speaks about boxing, no,
he's good. He's definitely, great is great, nigga. Died to slow down, because I feel like if he was a great boxing mind, it would kind of show in his training and more, with his fighters, because it's hard to be a great boxing mind when there's one punch that your fighters always seem to get hit with.
Right.
These niggas cannot avoid an uppercut that saved their fucking life.
Facts.
And then niggas clinch, and then a lot of times these niggas don't do enough offensively, and it kind of, it does make you look bad if you're the trainer and you're so outspoken and vocal about everything so much. So, no one's trashing this nigga or getting on him or nothing, but it's we have to talk about this. We have to look at it, bro, because shit be looking Aki.
Yeah,
what do you think Breadman needs to do better as a trainer? What's the thing that's kind of holding him back as a trainer? Because a lot of people talk about his mind, they think he has a good mind for boxing.
I mean, I know he got a couple young guys, but I'd say his stable isn't really bad. I mean, he had Plan and J-Rock, but his stable isn't. I don't know. He don't have the fighters, I guess. I don't know. I'm not trying to say.
He's just only good for one moment or something.
Yeah, honestly, he needs to stop taking on head cases. That's his problem.
That's one thing. He's right, because low key, all these niggas seem to be some type of head case. Even Plant, he has this identity crisis going on with him where it comes across on Twitter in real life like he on some G shit, like he's cool, man's man, like I'm from the trailer hood or wherever the fuck, like stand up dude, like he stand 10 toes down for his. Mm-hmm. But somehow that doesn't translate in the ring. Like you would, the way he carries himself, you would think he boxes like Golovkin, but right. He boxes more like Corey Spinks, and that's a problem.
I shouldn't even be laughing at that because Corey Spinks.
He does like Corey Spinks. That's hilarious.
No, Corey Spinks is a great boxer. Like, I mean, Corey Spinks.
Corey Spinks is a great boxer, but at the end of the day, he was great at using his own physical dimensions, and he played to his strengths. Mm-hmm. Caleb Plant is trying to box like Corey Spinks, and he doesn't play to his strengths while doing so. Corey Spinks had a consistent jab. Plant doesn't. Corey Spinks had great reflexes for defense, and he never was just caught with one particular punch over and over. Right. Like you had to catch him with different punches.
Corey Spinks also had 12-round stamina.
Corey Spinks had 12-round stamina. Yeah. He had speed. He had quick hands. He had ring generalship. He had great movement. Mm-hmm. Caleb Plant is like maybe above average in all of these categories. And I felt like for his physical dimensions and his stature, he should be hitting a lot harder and more imposing offensively, and he isn't.
Yeah, facts. Yeah, true.
Like there's like come on, a guy like Madrimov got better offense than him, and we seen how sporadic that is.
Yeah,
and this is at 154. Dude is a big ass 168, and. You know, most super middleweights, you can eventually see them going up to light heavyweight. You can't see that with Plant because he can't punch for shit.
Yeah, I remember James
and he doesn't throw enough either.
I remember James Toney, was saying you need to go to 175 to Caleb a year or two ago. It's like I don't know, man, because he can't punch.
I mean, I could if he could fucking punch.
The only thing
he tried to throw hands.
The only thing that I think would be better at 175 for Plant is his conditioning, but. Yeah, like you said, he can't punch, so that would pose a lot of problems.
And it's that he doesn't try to fucking punch hard. Like, he plays a points system boxing game.
But I do think his conditioning will be a lot better at 175, which would be that's one of his biggest weaknesses. So
yeah,
God damn, like how? Look, does that mean that he was meant for 175 years ago? Do we have like a white Zerto situation?
Honestly, probably. I mean,
no, I don't think. I don't think he's that big. But
yeah, but I'm saying like it might be more comfortable. But is it the point now where it might be too late for him at this point?
Yeah. That's what it feels like.
Because he's 32, 33. You know what I'm saying? He's made some good bread. And he just lost to a guy that he shouldn't have.
We'll definitely get more to that, but I definitely want to talk about Maul and Cornflake real quick. You know,
I mean, well, damn, like we should have just finished on Plant. It's like we was giving it the Plant so much we had to be like, hold on, like let's take a break. We got Maul fight.
I will say real quick. I want to mention, like, I feel like the collective boxing fans kind of rooted for Maul in a sense. They're just happy to see him, in better spirits. And that's about boxing. Where people can hate and all that, but I feel like most people were like happy that Maul is back in the fold because Maul is a fan favorite.
So, I mean, I'll say this: it's against Cornflake, so that has to be just putting out right there. But I do think he looked a bit sharper this time around. I thought his jab was crisper. I actually thought he was more aggressive. So there were signs.
You saw like I really didn't see all that. Like he just kind of walked him down.
No, he definitely looked more aggressive than in the fucking Benavidez fight.
He looked better. He looked much better to me in this fight than Benavidez.
I'm not saying
I don't know what the fuck y'all's like. I actually thought he looked better against Benavidez. Like he threw more punches.
I disagree.
He beat the shit out of Benavidez. Like this nigga, look, it took him 3 rounds to just land a good solid shot on Cornflake. Like, I don't know, like that's not great to me. Like, at least with Benavidez, he was already tagging Benavidez by the end of the first round.
I say like he was a B-. He had a B-. Like I'm not saying he had a great performance, but
Benavidez is naturally a fucking punching guy. Like he should like.
And Cornflake isn't.
He's
Like
Cornflake.
what the fuck? Like hold on. Like wait. They're two punching bags. One is just undersized and tough. The other one is just there.
Benavidez is a bigger punching bag at this point than even Cornflake.
Because he's a tougher. He's one of those old school 1975 Everlast punching bags. Like I got one in storage. Like it just niggas used to fill it with junk, nigga. But them shits is hard though. Like you break your hand punching that motherfucker all day.
Yeah, no, yeah. My gym had one of them old ass bags, yo. I swear, like I said, I watched as some idiot came in there, and was throwing like full force punches and ripped the skin off his knuckles like something ridiculous. It was the most disgusting thing. It's like, yo, like this bag ain't that type of bag, bro. You might want to watch how you're punching. He did that shit.
Because niggas get so used to hauling off and hitting these fucking bitch ass nigga. These skinny kickboxing bags that just took over all these gyms. Like I see legit niggas who got boxing skills use these bags, and I'm like, you know what it is? Now I see why boxers don't have the goddamn footwork anymore. Because all you niggas love standing right there in front of that skinny ass bag, throwing the same combinations and not fucking moving.
Yeah,
I've seen niggas take the damn tire and put it underneath the bag so the bag don't even move at all. I'm like.
Yeah, whereas
nigga, you're fucking worthless.
Where if you hit those old school bags, you have to move because it low-key takes away the sting from your hands. If you move and try to use some time to do it, that's the real reason why.
And then the bag was heavy and swung back, and them old school bags, that's like niggas swinging a 2x4 at you, like.
Yeah, exactly. Like
you gonna move, you gonna keep your hands up. So it's like you was more honest about ring generalship and placing your punches. Where now niggas just get that skinny ass bag and then wop.
Yeah.
Wop.
Yeah.
You sound like a goddamn Kendrick song soon. It's like, the fuck, bro. Like, nah. So yeah, that's Oh damn, Salute Android. What it do? Those sandbags are like bricks. Yeah. Did Cornflake look like someone they picked from the stands? Exactly. And it's like the way Cornflake looked. Maul was supposed to look like goddamn prime Felix Trinidad, prime Tyson, Ernie Shaver, prime any of them niggas. Yeah, and he didn't to me.
I mean, I will say this though, like Cornflake looked. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Like he looked a little punch drunk to me. I was like, damn, like this is like how did this motherfucker win 9 fights in a row after getting annihilated by Laura?
Yeah,
like,
I heard that stat. I was like, who the fuck was he fighting? They found 9 Girl Scouts.
He stopped Abreu, who gave a tough fight to Conwell. I was kind of surprised he actually was able to, got a win off that guy Abreu. But yeah, I know.
Yeah, but I mean, I've watched enough Cornflake fights to know he's not good at all. He's not really a good fighter at all. That's why it's just
and that's why I prefaced it by saying, well, it's Cornflake, so you can't take too much from whatever.
But he didn't even look great. Like he just looked like he just got back to the motion. He looked rusty. Like I don't know. I felt like he just looked better against Benavidez. Like it just.
I mean, in this fight, he looked rusty against Cornflake, but it also my concern. He looked like he also lost a step or two physically. Like he wasn't like defined. Like you can tell that.
Yeah. Thank you.
I don't think 168 is for him physically because he looked fleshy.
Nigga, 168 don't look like it's for Charlo's period. Like both them niggas look like they didn't train hard enough when they got to 168.
I think the job is still there though. So he has that.
Of course.
The job is still there and the right hand is still there. I mean,
most niggas who have great jabs, they never really go away.
I mean, of course he's older, so of course the athleticism's gonna be wavering, and so now that's something he's gonna have to deal with because he can't have the advantage off of athleticism anymore. So he's gonna have to be more like if the technique is still there, he can still be good, but how good? Like what and what's his punch resistance? Like that's still what I'm wondering about because he hasn't really taken any punches any big punches from anybody yet.
I will say the perception of Maul versus Plant is much different now, though. By more.
I mean, we'll get into that, but yeah,
it looked like he would be the bully. Leave him alone.
Either way,
I will say real quick before we get off Maul, it's a shame because I feel like Maul just, if his trajectory of his career, he'd be one of the top dogs in 168 probably. You know what I'm saying? He probably would be one of the have a belt or
Like I said, I still think there's stuff that he could build off from the fight, but now it's just he's got to step it up a little bit more. So
yeah, like he needs to be back. Honestly, he needs to be back in the ring within 2 months because that was just like that wasn't anything like he can't be out of the ring.
Who's a good? Real quick, I would say who do y'all think is a good like besides the Berlanga, like what's a good next barometer for Jermall Charlo?
Resendiz.
Yeah, Resendiz pretty.
We already said it, either Resendiz or Sucra.
Yeah, like
Saras, you talking about the one that?
Sarak, yeah, Sarak. I'm sorry, my apologies. Yeah, either one of those would be good. Like, and it's a bigger profile fight. They all got momentum, so it does good for Jermall too. If he wins, it does good for them if they win. So it's a fight where I think it shouldn't be hard to make. You could promote it, and it's a good quality test because, I know I was hearing something about he still said he wants the Plant fight. He wants his lick back. Through the build-up, it didn't feel like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like you were just laughing, joking with it. Yeah, I'll model your clothes. Y'all need a model? Yeah, I'll revenge to dude. Y'all ready to get into this Plant shit? Fuck you.
Yeah, but yeah,
we're ready.
Charlo needs to just be in the ring in the next 2 months and keep his head on, keep his head on business or whatever, and just
keep his ass away from any fucking bottle, Listerine bottle of alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I don't care. Like,
now they were saying where the bottle was at after the fight, so that ain't.
Oh man!
Literally, there's a clip of them. Jermell's like, "Let's get some bottles." it's alright.
Like y'all niggas. And it's, for their credit, they the most hardest workingest, drinkingest niggas I've seen in my life, though, when it comes to boxing. Like, most of these niggas will not operate on their level if they drink as much as them niggas do. Like, like, you gotta love boxing and you gotta love liquor to do both of them that well.
Exactly.
Like, it's not for everybody. I know, like, there's some niggas out there, because I know I could train and be lit and be like, all right, let's go. You about to go spar in 85-degree weather? Yeah, like
low-key, alcoholism does run rampant in boxing. It's just it's not mentioned as much as
and that's the worst thing you could have as a boxer, as an athlete. Like fucking alcohol just kills. Like that's a surefire.
It tastes so good.
No, that's a surefire way to just kill your prime. Like
I mean, one of the best examples of that is Floyd's man Nate Jones. Like if you look at him now today, you would think that this dude didn't medal into the Olympics and wasn't an actual pro fighter, and he was a decent one, but he was an alcoholic, and then he had 2 hard fights that kind of damaged his brain a little bit. Layman Brewster, I think buried his career, because I remember it was on ESPN or some shit like that. Like it was sad, and then you see Nate Jones. He talks slow because alcohol and took punches. It damaged him. It's like there are other cases too, but that's what it's like. People understand alcohol is like it takes something from you. You take punches. So I mean, hopefully Charles can let's get some water or something or some fruit juice, some shit. Like you don't need no goddamn liquor, bro.
Especially not no hard liquor. You better mix some 211s and some fruit juice.
It's like how much of that liquor has aged him. Like, listen, he's 35, but when you add in the amount of liquor that he's had, shit, his body's probably closer to 40.
It balances out, because it's the thing. Training does keep you younger too, so it's like I feel like they've been walking like a balance beam tightrope for years. But I think once you hit 35, that's when it and some people might be earlier. That's when it's like most people 35 is the hold on, chill, nigga. You're not 25 anymore. You're not even 31.
They just turned 35. They just turned 35 last week and shit. So
yeah, so the wall hitting these niggas. Cause remember, once you hit 25, the other side get there quicker now.
Right.
Like you'll be 26 in no time. You'll look up and you're 29. Like, oh shit. So yeah, you see how it looked for Crawford. Like now, niggas just like Crawford pushing 40. And ain't he just 36?
Mm-hmm.
Like niggas want to make you older once you hit the 5 in your decade.
Yeah, exactly.
And he been inactive. He hasn't really. And let's be honest, like Charlo hasn't really fought somebody who was a threat to him in a while.
That's also true.
Maybe the last real threat he had was like you got to go back. Derevyanchenko, yeah, and that was a while. And then before that, who would you say? What, fucking Trout? Like,
yeah.
like those are good names, but it's like you need threats to kind of truly keep you sharp. So, like Pilot said, like he does, they need to step it up the next fight. Like, and I feel like those two names we mentioned earlier are like perfect because everybody could win. Like, and we'll know who's who. Like, hey, who's worthy of getting a title shot or who's worthy of whatever.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, no. But like I said, just it's something to build on for him. And Cornflake just needs to retire and just be a promoter. Like, yeah, the boxing, he's done. Like he can't.
Push the fucking Special K or Super K or whatever the
exactly.
Maybe Frosted Flakes, nigga, but cornflakes are done.
Yeah, facts.
Need some Raisin Bran, new name, nigga.
Exactly. Yeah. Dude is done. No, but yeah, let's get into this Plant shit. Plant Resendiz shit. Like I said, like in the preview we did. I mean, obviously, he was a plus like 1,400. Money line. I think it was like 1,600 for the KO or Resendiz KO, and stuff like that. And and like I say, even though Resendiz had lost to Elijah Garcia and everything like that, he still had the win over Hurd, which means he had a little motion behind him.
Yeah, and shit, even the Resendiz fight for Elijah wasn't an easy outing. So.
Yeah, no, it wasn't. Like, I mean, it was getting almost a fight of the year, like.
Yeah, them niggas, it was scrapping back and forth until it ended. Like, yeah, low key, almost a fight of the year.
Yeah, and that was the fight where I was like, goddamn, like, fellas, you can roll with a punch. You don't have to take punches like that. Like,
yeah, that was the fight that kind of showed us like Elijah Garcia's like ceiling.
Resendiz has quickly and quietly become a litmus test for a lot of these fighters.
Shout out to Manny Robles, though. Manny Robles is the one that's improved him. Like, and obviously Manny Robles, he led Andy Ruiz to the titles, heavyweight titles like that. Like, he low key kind of, he's the reason why Resendiz has this motion behind him now. Because he followed that game plan to a T. But the wild thing with Plant in this fight was usually it takes him 6 rounds to kind of gas. He gassed probably within as early as round.
In the third round,
it was like 2-3. Like he gassed and like he turned redneck red. Like, and this was before the punches started making him even redder. I was like, God damn! Like, what the fuck was he doing? Was he lifting weights? Like, why is he gassing so early? Like, and that was when Resendiz started landing some heat on him. Like, it was competitive. Like Plant was trying to move, but he was starting to catch a lot of punishment early. And I think
he was trying to move. He was moving the wrong way. He was walking into punches half the fucking time.
Yeah, and then the jab wasn't jabbing enough for him to be moving like that.
And I said that. I said like the lack, like it's like Plant forgot how to throw a jab. Like, how did you forget how to fucking utilize the jab?
Yeah,
and he had this worried ass look on his face too.
Well, because he felt Resendiz's power. He's like, oh shit. And the funny thing is too is like Resendiz out jabbed him, which is probably the wildest stat of anything that could have happened in this fight. Like, the jab, someone who's supposed to be a better jabber got out jabbed by a pressure fighter. Like, how does that even work? Like, that's not really supposed to happen in the fight. But like Plant just he I don't know, maybe the 14 months he was off from the Macumbi fight, which
because that was the thing. Like because I like you said like he kind of gassed early. Like the third round, I was noticing like I didn't think he had gassed. I was like, maybe he's still sluggish. Maybe it's been a while since he's been in the ring. He had a tough fight, and all the time off, he's kind of maybe working himself into it. But like by the 5th round, I was like, "Oh no, something's not right." He's completely gassed.
Yeah, I was like, "Geez!" I was like, "Damn!" Like Like Brad must have had a shitty camp for this dude to be gassing so early. You know,
and not even gassing in a good fight. Like this was like Canelo level of punch output from these niggas early. So,
but I will say,
if you can gas that early, that's horrible.
I saw a post fight with Breadman talking for a good 20 minutes, and he kept saying it was a bad camp. The camp was hard and rough. So I don't know. But that was his excuse. That was at least Bread's excuse, saying it was a tough camp. He said,
"Yeah." And whose fault is that?
He's the fucking trainer. Like
bro.
Like the boxers are paying you to train them. You need to be the disciplinarian. You need to be setting the tone for your camps. You can't be letting all these niggas with the, you gotta give them tough love, else they're gonna walk all over you. And Plant seems to be the type of person where if you're not giving him no tough love, he's gonna walk all over you. I'm pretty sure he probably trained.
Plant low key got bully vibes, nigga. If Plant could get away with it, he looked like one of the type of dudes that do it. So if you don't have someone in there to rein him in and just be on some like, look, motherfuckers, hey, run the goddamn laps. Then he'll just walk, like you said, walk all over you.
Yeah, exactly. Like it's just like Plant seems to, like I said, I think Plant is a proud guy, and yes, he got it from the start from the bottom. He got it from the dirt, and I can understand that.
Well, fucking fight like it, bro. He don't fight like he's a proud guy.
No, because he got paid.
Because he's a family man now.
Yeah,
fight more like a proud boy than a fucking proud man. Shit.
Yeah, and
that's a double entendre.
I know.
That was bars. Yo.
I caught that immediately.
Yeah, that's why. Bars, yo. But honestly, too, I think another thing is, I think the Benavidez fight really took something out of him. Like, Canelo fight was, it was a hard fight, but it wasn't that. I don't think it was a ruined type of fight because he knocked out Terrell afterwards. But yeah, Benavidez, I think, because after the Benavidez fight, then you see him struggling with fucking Roy Monkey McCumbee. So it's like,
I just think we're seeing, like, and you said this, I'll give you your credit for this because this is not like one of your other picks where your other little hating ass statements, but you always been super critical of Plant, and I think that I don't think Benavidez or anybody ruined Plant. Like, and we've seen some beatings in boxing, and he's gotten some shit, but I wouldn't say Plant ever took like some career-ending beating. I think what it is, and we're seeing it now more so because he's fighting guys who are threats to him. And you just said this literally, thousands of times, bro. That Plant just ain't as good as we think he is. Plant just not that good. Like, he looked like he could be a guy who's an 8 or a 9 out of 1 through 10 from boxing ability, but he's more like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah. And this fight,
and we're seeing that he's not that good now because we're seeing him fight threats, that people who are threats to him, who are dangerous to him back to back. We're not used to seeing Plant fight niggas who, okay, this guy is athletic, he can hit hard, pressure fighter. Okay, that guy after that, he's a lower level pressure fighter, but he still hit hard. He's still strong. Like, we're seeing niggas who are dangerous, and when you fight niggas who dangerous and you not that good, it'll show. And I think that's what we're seeing. There's nothing else but that.
I picked Plant to win, but I kept saying, like, in my chat and everything, I was like, Resendiz can upset him, man. And, the way it happened is that,
Yeah, all Resendiz did was, basically it was the Benavidez fight. Like, all he did was, if you can stay into Plant's chest, and just work and just have a little iron will, and can fight on the inside a little bit, you'll gas him out and he's yours.
Yeah. As long as your stamina is good after 6 rounds, you gotta
have the offense with it, because a lot of guys, like, come on, just like Caleb Truax. Yeah. Truax had the stamina, but he ain't had an offense. So, like, I feel like Plant's one of those guys who gets mentally exhausted, and it's because he doesn't believe in his own arsenal. Like, I think Plant boxes like a front runner. Like, he boxes like the guy Brad be shitting on in his mailbag for years. Like, the front runner. Like, he got talent enough for the first 5-6 rounds, and then after that, it's like, okay, Like, what are we doing here? Because I'm not closing out the show. I don't hit hard enough to break you down to make the second half of the fight easy. Like, I'm not like Andre. So it's like he gets into this whole mental fatigue thing because he has to move around so much. He has to stay alert. He doesn't want to get hit with bombs. So he has to do a whole surviving routine for the later part of the fight. And it's like, I think it just wears him out when he has to do this fight after fight after fight. And he's literally been doing that.
And the wild thing, see, Macumbi could have done it because he has the power, but he didn't have the stamina. When Macumbi gassed, then Plant was able to get a second win and put him and get him out of there.
That gave Plant the confidence. But Macumbi's strength and his style, like, that shit was bothering the fuck out of Plant.
Yeah, like, I mean, he went down once officially, twice unofficially. The second one, because the one of them, that was official as fuck, but the referee, I don't know why they called it a slip.
Yeah.
You know,
and this is the problem with boxing because, you know, these fights could be different. Will end up could potentially end up different if these guys were getting credited for these knockdowns. Mm-hmm. Because, like, you know, you don't know the type of momentum somebody clicks in their head when they're like, oh shit, I got this knock this nigga down twice officially. Like, hold on, like, it's a boost as opposed to I dropped this guy twice. Niggas hating that second time though, but yeah, they gave it to me the first time. That's different than, oh hell yeah, I got this nigga on the ropes.
Exactly. Though.
Dropped him twice. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and Resendiz, I think in the 6th round came very close to dropping Plant because I remember he landed like a 3-piece, you know, and Dude was just reaching out. Dude was like a baby reaching out for a bottle. Like he needed to clinch. Like he was like, oh shit, I got hit with some.
Nigga was looking like Hakeem Rodman. He was like,
yeah, all mummy and shit. Like, bro,
yo, what's that meme with the black kid and he got like the shit in his eyes and he's like,
yeah, yeah, like, that's
how he was looking. And the funny thing is, because I was on the phone with my sister at the time, and she was like, God damn, I just counted Plant got hit 3 times. And then simultaneously in the chat, fucking King P is like, nah, make that 4 times. Wait, 5. Then later on, I finally see the clip these niggas is talking about. I'm like, God damn, like all these niggas, nobody was lying either. Like, y'all didn't hype it up, y'all didn't add, y'all didn't put no cherries on top, no whipped cream, no nothing. Y'all just was like, here, nigga, like,
yeah, that little overhand right. That overhand right changed the fight a lot, I felt like.
Yeah, and then after that, you can see the fight go out of play. And then the funny thing is, too, is like, I don't know why Plant feels the need to clinch against niggas who actually have a decent inside game. This in the Benavidez fight, Benavidez has an inside game, and Benavidez tore him up on the inside when he clinched.
That's where the real punishment came, like from the inside. Yeah,
Resendiz did the same thing. The 6-inch counters right hands. Like he was landing, he cut Plant over his eye. Like Plant doesn't realize he's taking more punches. Like if you can find the inside in the clinch, that's the worst thing you do is try to clinch.
What the fuck they learning over in Brad Gym then? Because it's like Plant don't really have an arsenal. Like, let's be honest, like, Plant is really looking like goddamn super middleweight Paulie Malignaggi with a left hook.
Seriously,
I think he has a little bit more pop than Paulie, but that's not saying.
But he's looking that way, and that's why I said with a left hook, because he barely had Paulie's jab.
That's true.
And that left hook, we only see him come out in 2 fights.
Yeah, I just don't know what it's like. I mean,
like, be honest, Chris Algieri is gotten more with less, and I'm comparing him to Malignaggi and Plant when we're talking about white boxers, just and skill and talent. It just seemed like I feel like Chris Algieri just got more with less. Like he didn't have the talent, reflexes, and all these, but he just knew the skill part down and the conditioning down.
And that's something that's all you need, you know, to carry you to a victory.
Thank you. He didn't do nothing special against fucking Provodnikov, like,
except jab him up.
Basic boxing shit, like jabs, movement, 1-2s, maybe a clean up left hook on a pivot every now and then. Wash, rinse, and repeat. But and niggas make this seem like it's some difficult shit.
And he did it with one eye closed because
after getting dropped early, like what, twice?
Yeah, so it's like
wheelbarrow drop, like the Michael Grant drops where nigga, you think the world ending when you see these niggas fall. You're like, oh shit, like, like that, damn. So yeah, man, it says a lot about plants. Says a lot about bread. Just like you can't be talking like all this rah shit and you throwing fucking cups at Ryan Garcia. You getting into it with other people's fan bases at fights. All this, you always punking niggas, but you get punked in your fucking real fights though.
Right.
Yeah, he does try to big ball everybody and shit.
Yeah, like, and that's the thing. Like this the boxing karma. This the boxing guys telling like, yo, white boy, chill, calm the fuck down. You're not as gangster as you think you are, nigga. Chill. Like,
he wasn't really.
Like you always talking about your Mexican fans and how you got the best Mexican fans. The Mexicans love you because they love beating your ass.
He's 0-3. Yeah, if Plant ever fights again, stay away from niggas the last name ending with Z.
Yeah, like bro, like you always try to bully niggas and shit and like bro, like I'd rather niggas look like they could bully you. And then when you get in the ring, you whooping their ass. You on some NOA Golovkin shit.
Even like a Fundora. Even a Fundora. He got that too.
Fundora too.
He got that Liberian swag, but he'll in the ring, he gonna fight. He gonna try to fight.
Yeah, he beats your ass. Like him and his sister, they look like fucking Liberians. Like they look like the proctor for a test or some shit. Like
but they'll
and your papers to the front of the aisle, like.
Yeah, no,
they put fucking belt to ass. And I'd rather see that than be the toughest nigga on the street and you trying to punk everybody. But then we get you in the ring, you gonna be looking like the goddamn bodybuilder Pat sent me in the IG message.
Bro probably he probably watched 8 Mile growing up and just was like, that's me.
Internalized it.
Yeah.
See, and what's made this worse too, because originally, like I said, for the belt that he held, the GameStop belt, like dude should have fought like a top 5 in the rankings. Resendiz was 15 in the rankings. Like he was
top 15 doing that to you. What does top 10 do to you?
Yeah, exactly. That's what makes.
What does top 5 do to you?
Like Resendiz was probably just inserted in there recently, but he was inserted at 15. Like Cornflake had a higher ranking than him. So that's what makes this loss look really bad,
Yeah, real bad.
Yeah, and like it was just like a Plant by the end of the fight. Like he was bleeding, he was clenching, moving with struggle. Like Resendiz looked like he wasn't even in a fight. Like
that's dude. Like Resendiz looked like he wasn't even cracking on all cylinders. Like Resendiz looked like he was on his B game. Like.
Yeah, he was
like I don't even think like if he had the effort he had against Elijah Garcia, he might have killed Plant.
Yeah, exactly.
Plant would have been fucking sleeping if this nigga was trying that hard. Like, bro.
No, Resendiz is good. I mean, yeah, he's a lot now. He's a player at the division. He's got the fake WBA belt now.
Yeah, I mean,
it's hard to be he's a player now, but if you're ranked top 15, like,
yeah,
you a play like realistically, you are a player when you get in the top 15. Like it's not like top 20, top 15. It's like niggas look at you for belts and eliminators and shit.
Yeah, we got to specify division because 168. They had the fall. We talked about the Vulcan Beck, but 168 got a lot of fades. 168 is kind of I've been trying to.
It's getting there low key. Like it might be like a less heralded 154. Like with like. When I mean that, it's just like you got some sharks, but they not like the popular sharks, like 154. You don't have like the great whites and the tiger sharks, or the makos. But you got some bull sharks, you got some reef sharks, you got some. You still got some sharks that'll fuck you up, like
yeah.
But you just ain't got the big names, like but you got a few hammerheads, you got some bull sharks, you got niggas to fuck you up, but. That's what it looked like 168 is rebuilding it to, because Canelo allowed this to happen.
He's finding bullshit. So it's like now I'm happy for. Now Resendiz is not. I'm happy that the belt at least it means more to him because Resendiz, depending on what Canelo does, obviously he has a chance as long as he keeps it to be a full.
He's in line to get a title shot if Canelo drops the belt. So we'll see.
Well, I mean, like I mentioned earlier, Beck, like yesterday, even on the broadcast, there's like on Friday, they were saying Beck became the WBA mandatory, so he should be fighting Plant, who had the fake belt. But now, technically, it should be Resendiz versus Beck. But that's not happening. It's not going to happen like that.
Yeah, they're not. Resendiz is. They probably will not make that fight, even though it would be.
That's a good fight. That's a fight of the year right there, though.
Yeah,
it'd be fine.
Yeah, and I would love to see that though, but I think
it's a great co-main or something better.
But I think both guys, I guess, are probably either just trying to see what Canelo's going to do, because they're going to move accordingly just to make sure they're in the best position they can to actually either be upgraded.
Them niggas might be too dangerous for Canelo, though.
I mean, it could be at this point, like, Beck the Bully, a body puncher that goes to Beck. I mean, it's quite possible, yeah. I mean, those are both hard fights for Canelo, so. It's just trying to see what Canelo actually does.
Dude, like, do we just hear ourselves talk? Mm-hmm. We're saying Resendiz and Beck the Bully are a hard fight for Canelo. You know how bad Canelo has had to fall down for us to say this?
Facts.
You know how bad he's had to duck Benavidez for us to say, like, yeah. A guy who got knocked out by Rosado is a hard fight for Canelo. Like,
well, a guy got knocked out by Elijah Garcia is a hard fight. Like,
neither was anything right now.
Yeah, no, he lost to somebody worse than Elijah Garcia too. So it's like, but hey, I mean, like when you're Mexican, you can lose a couple times and still be all good because you got your fan base is there for you.
No, if you're a Mexican that's putting belt to ass and you get good fights every time.
Yeah, that too. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, shit, because right now, the way Plant fought, fucking Thomas Domgard could have beat fucking Plant. He would have folded he would have folded by the mental pressure because he was literally in Gotti face all night like this. You think Plant gonna throw fucking 5 uppercuts in a row? Went off the ropes?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, right now,
no.
I mean, honestly, after this fight, though, I have a hard time thinking that Plant can even be a top 10 fighter anymore. Like anyone. Like, I mean, even let's say a fighter like Jesse Hart would probably give him like nightmares.
He's probably I mean, he probably. I know I mentioned Canelo being on a downward slope since the Plant fight, but Plant probably hasn't been the same since either.
I mean,
Plant just not that good, bro. Like we could just officially.
You're the kind of the Plant. You're the Plant guy on here.
Because I'm more of a play to your strength, promote what you're doing good type of guy. And I thought Plant did some good things, but Pat wasn't completely off. I felt like Pat. I'm sorry, Plant. All these motherfuckers, the goddamn peas, but. I felt like Pat wasn't completely off. I felt like he just, old school niggas is different. Like, we grade at a harder scale. And Pat is just an older schooler ass nigga than me. Mm-hmm. So I get it. And sometimes I feel like Pat be like a critique of it, like, man, Plant gas too much. And I was like, Then you start seeing little patterns, and then the Truex fight, and it's like, damn, bro. And then you see how he don't really make the best decisions. When you saw the Canelo fight, he gave up too many body punches to Canelo, which weakened him. And he didn't need to do it because it's not like Canelo was after him like that. Like, he stood there and just took those hits.
Right.
Which is just bad boxing, especially when you're a bigger guy and, you're the guy who has the better footwork. So he just makes a lot of bad boxing choices in the ring. And then you see how everything's play out. So, like, Pat was right all along. Like, he maybe was low. But then I can't even say nothing because the way Pat was on Plant and the way how he criticized him, I guess that's how I sound the king. I sound like that to Pilot when we talk about Tim Tszyu. But that defense is bad, though. I felt like his defense is worse than anything Plant does. And Plant do some bad shit.
I wouldn't even disagree with it because, like I said, it just took someone that was a heavier puncher to really let know, like, this is defense is horrendous.
Yeah, it took somebody who who stands tall, fights behind a jab, and like a good solid puncher. Because imagine what a goddamn Jermall Charlo would have did with fucking Zoo.
He would have
Jesus Christ.
He would have lit him up.
Nigga, would he?
Yeah. It would have been a highlight.
What Murder Lab did was bad enough.
It would have been a highlight KO. Yeah, and I like Murder.
That's honestly what it would have been because Charlo, Mel just real. He punches with I think a little more explosiveness and a little more snap than Murder Live.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it would have been like a highlight reel KO, whereas Murder Live gave us like a highlight reel beatdown. Plant would have Mel would have gave us like it would have looked like the Lubin or something.
Yeah.
but I mean, and then real quick, I want to mention from Mercedes Alia, it was amazing, but he's getting a little overhyped for the one win. I'm just saying, like, I've been hearing people say
it was how the win was done though against Lou.
People saying he's the hardest puncher. I know he's supposed boogeyman. I'm just saying I need to see another win before I can fully say he's the hardest best puncher.
He beat Colke.
He beat Colke, yeah. I'm just saying.
He literally got one of Andre's best wins on his record.
But they're basing it off the Zoo. But mainly it's being based off the Zoo shit, that's all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that Zoo was a fucking...
That was a shocker.
That was a fucking shocker, bro.
Yeah, because keep in mind, that's a guy that had been fighting on PBC dark matches, collecting step aside checks since like 2019. And then finally, he was basically, unless you were at the arena, like niggas never saw him really fight like that.
He was fighting before. He'd be fighting before Camille Moulton, who luckily was on Instagram live, but of the Mayweather promotion. But it's like, how are you? How your only prospect is on fucking not on? Come on, do better. I'm just saying, do better.
Oh, hold on, wait. What up, Blazing Killer? Salute, Ring Gang, chilling. Yeah. Damn, it seems like I ain't seen you in a minute, or maybe I'm off. Like maybe I'm bit. Like I don't know, but it's nice seeing you. Salute, bro. Canelo lost every single bit of hype he had back in 21. Honestly, facts. I'm glad you see it. Like, thank you. Like, yes. Like, Canelo is nowhere near the fighter he was in 2021. Like, it's almost like the greatest great value version I've ever seen of a top fighter.
Yeah, the plant fight is his last elite performance. Like, it's like ever since he hasn't stopped anyone since. So it's
been just worse. It's like this. He can't even give you the Berlanga effort no more, and he was a little pissed at Berlanga.
Right. Yeah, you can't. He tried to get rid of Munguia, and he couldn't do that. Yeah, honestly, when KO punchers stop getting KOs, it changes shit. And like I said, he's fought since he was 15. So like I said, the end is near.
He's 20 years deep. He's 20 years deep in the game. Hopefully he's not
20 years deep of being damn handfell picked opponents for him too. Like, let's not act like he fought the gauntlet of niggas. Like, this ain't a fucking Fondora at 154, Jermall Charlo at 154 type of career where, he's always fighting all types of styles and challengers at any given moment. Look, this nigga been having a good ride into the sunset. Motherfuckers let him get his bullshit on for years, ducking niggas and waiting till motherfuckers get old, and now you see it, like, he can't do that no more because there's no more true big money easy fights for him except the Crawford fight.
Right.
And that's literally for both of them, because all of them got too much tough work to do on their own. So it's like, fuck it, let's just fight each other right out of the sunset or some Three Amigos bullshit.
Yeah, no, they're like I said, they're trying to extend it. Canelo more than Crawford, really.
Definitely more Canelo than Crawford, but Crawford is like Crawford could still win these fights. They're just tougher and harder, and I feel like he doesn't want to hear everybody say, "Oh damn, bro!" Like, he don't want to hear niggas like me. He don't want to hear niggas say like, "Oh damn, that really was all that good." Like, because he started hearing niggas say that with the Madrigal fight, and if you have a performance like that again,
I've been talking.
That's gonna happen.
hold on, real quick. I've been
What's
talking to a few Mexicans, right? And they're saying they don't understand how people don't look at Crawford the same way people look at Canelo, because Crawford has got just as much left as Canelo. You feel what I'm saying?
No, I feel exactly what you say.
Canelo 34, but don't he got twice the amount of fights that Crawford got?
Yeah, he's an old 34. Like he's had a lot. He's like
Crawford will be 38 or whatever by the time they fight, but I say his wheels are a little fresher. His wheels are a little fresher than Canelo.
Crawford's definitely wheels fresher, but the thing is, even though I shit on Canelo's fucking competition and the way he was managed, like he still ended up taking tougher fights than Crawford.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
And
so that's the thing, like, and to double the amount, really, like, yeah.
But I'm saying if Crawford could take Canelo's punch, I'm rolling with Crawford. But you know what I'm saying.
Of course, he gonna take Canelo punch. Canelo only manages one punch every 15 seconds. Even if he get hurt by Canelo, Canelo ain't gonna finish his nigga off. Pause. Canelo ain't gonna damn hunt him down the ring and no. Canelo don't have a Navarrete uppercut from 20 feet out that he could throw and land. Like, no. Fuck, like, Crawford ain't a regular nigga. He'll get cracked once or hurt, whatever. He'll recover and be right back on him, boxing this shit up. Like, that's why I don't want to see the fight. Mm-hmm. If we're all picking, if all the experts are to the point and the casuals are even picking Crawford, then we really don't have a fight. I give you 50-50. But when you have experts and the casuals leaning toward Crawford, it ruins the fun. Like, nah.
But obviously with Canelo, we'll see. I mean, obviously as that fight kind of ramps up, hopefully it ramps up soon because it needs. It should be marketed. It should be started marketed now and announce some damn fights though. But
it's like I don't know why boxing don't like marketing shit during the summer. Like you could literally have a whole summer campaign for boxing matches. Have these niggas at the beaches, have these niggas at vacation spots, resorts, commercials. Like you got a whole 3 months to really hype up a fight, and then boom, September fall, bow, like niggas is ready for it. They done heard about it all summer, but no one ever really takes advantage of it.
No, they don't.
I had these niggas at 4th of July, Juneteenth. I had these niggas at all the damn things you could do. Motherfuckers be having back to school giveaways. Like, nigga, like, motherfucker be damn 5 years old. Like, yeah. When Benavidez fight, dad? Like, bro, like, niggas leave so much money on the table with boxing. Like, it's ridiculous.
That was it. That's absolutely true. And I will say this, before you go on to the preview. Yeah, like I said, like I said, Plant and Resendiz, like I said, happy for Resendiz. Hopefully, he gets rewarded for this win. I mean, it's a second upset of someone who was a world champion, and like overall as a card, it was a good watchable card. Like I said, the action, the action flow. The weakest fight pretty much was like, okay, at least it wasn't. At least Maul got him out of there in a reasonable round. Like it wasn't no bullshit.
And I want to mention, I feel like Amazon Prime don't really fuck with PBC because they don't have no time to milk. They just like next fight after next fight. They don't even get a full. They try to get that shit over with. It seems like in terms of there's not compared to the Top Rank where we got.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want no.
You want a little fluff, though. I kind of get what he's saying.
But look, it's either that or you lose the fucking viewers that you got, nigga. You better keep this shit rolling so we can keep this money.
That's true too.
Yeah, fact. Yeah.
There's a healthy balance, but if I had to choose, fluff on some damn Riyadh season ESPN Top Rank shit, or hey. Wrap this shit up next fight, nigga. I'm gonna go with the wrap this shit up next fight, nigga.
And trust me,
all the time.
Amazon is all analytics, so something probably told them like, yo, when you have when you're showing the fighter's mom and what he used to eat, back in the day and shit, niggas flip the channel. So
they don't care about that shit.
Let's just skip all the training and what he was doing and just get straight to the fight, nigga.
Why you're here.
I mean, they had Manny real quick. They had Manny and Barrios there real quick, but that's Manny and Barrios. They're gonna have
No. See, I don't mind little shit like that. Like, if you're gonna have a little fluff, it better be about the next fucking fight. Like, We don't need to know any more backstories and all this shit about what's going on right now. If y'all want to do a little 30-second, 1 minute highlight, whatever, good, cool, but like get to this shit, cause and I honestly feel like Rome is on to something with the whole analytical shit. Like they see all the drop offs niggas had. Okay, damn. Okay, Turkey speaking. Okay, this influencer speaking for 15 minutes. Okay, we gotta hear Sergio Mora speak. Niggas is seeing that. Okay, hold on. We losing niggas during these little breaks, and keep this shit going. So yeah, like
they be like,
little fluff is cool, but
nigga was talking for 5 minutes. We just lost 15,000 viewers. Yo, nigga, cut that talking.
Exactly. But yo, that's how it's looking though. Niggas is really like, hey, wait, cut this nigga mic. Like, we losing $10,000 for every minute this nigga talk. Like,
cause be honest. Well, y'all niggas know when every fight is happening, but how many times you flipping ESPN on, and if you see a nigga already in the third round already boxing up, you like, hold on, let me see what these niggas got going on. But if you see niggas, training, doing sit-ups and shit, it's like, man, next channel, nigga.
The crazy part you saying with the training is, I'd rather see the training clips than these niggas just talking and rambling about bullshit for 15 minutes or having at least the training is more like, okay.
No, the training clips be bullshit because they show 1 day at camp. Them niggas just show them doing sit-ups, nigga, after they fully drink.
If all niggas like sit-ups, it's like, nigga, like, come on.
Like, come on, like, yo.
Show the mitts or something, nigga.
Show a drill where you fucked up and your trainer was like, yo, nigga, do you want to lose? Do you want to look like some hype shit?
Nah, you on to something. Like, they could get more creative. Like you know what? Fuck it. That speaks to another point real quick. Like real quick. That boxing has evolved to the point where, like, everything ain't a fucking secret with training no more. Like, y'all could show some goddamn mitt routines and some drills every now and then and spice up the fucking training segments that y'all do show. Like, it's 2025. Like, I don't really care about seeing y'all niggas jump rope and do push-ups and sit-ups.
Just because a nigga is watching your drill don't mean he can do the drill. And if he can do the drill, he don't know why you doing a drill. So it's
Thank you.
He don't know if you doing a drill to work on your hip movement, if you're doing a drill to work on your turning of the fist, your elbow, whatever the fuck. It could be for anything that you using that drill for, but he don't know. He just watching you do the drill.
Exactly.
Do it.
Just show it. If y'all want to show training, show some shit like it. That's why a lot of the 24/7s and behind it. That's why a lot of shit got stale because niggas fell in line with a format of just showing certain things, and it's like,
even Ryan Garcia,
all
that nigga posts is a speed bag. Like, nigga, I've seen a million niggas hit a speed bag. I've seen a bitch in the gym hit a speed bag. Nigga, like, come on, nigga.
It got to the point. Papoose doing the speed bag is cool, but it's not even because we see it all the time. It looks cool because, oh damn, a rapper doing the speed bag pretty good. So that's cool. But if Papoose is doing the speed bag on that level, and you're a 3-time world champion, you don't need to be posting up those speed bag clips. That's all I'm saying. Like,
right. Unless you're doing a speed bag underwater, upside down type thing. Like,
because back in the day when you got good with the speed bag, you started doing it with your eyes closed, stomping your feet,
making songs with it, all types of shit.
Thank you. Like, these niggas is still just regular. Like, bro, it's 2025. Switch this shit up.
I mean, even me on my IG, I have me hitting the speed bag on there, and I was saying that shit like a G. You know what I'm saying? Like, it is like, it's a good thing to do. Well, yeah, like, but if I can do it, champions don't need to be doing all that shit. Like, I mean, they can do it. There's a purpose, but you don't need to have it like.
Yeah, you can do. Champions still do it, but that shouldn't be the training thing that you hype up the fans. Like, bro, like.
Yeah, that's like day one training shit. Like, the first.
It is. We know the speed bag ain't day one, but it is looked that way in a way.
Nigga, when I was 10 years old, my boy's pops had a speed bag in his garage, nigga. I went in there, this nigga was like, let me show you something. First day in this nigga garage, let me show you something. Drop that speed bag down, it was just bah, 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 bah. And the one hand is way more impressive than just rolling that shit to me. I don't know. That shit is just rhythm. But
Yeah,
when you do it differently, you got to do it differently. You can't just be on some regular speed back shit.
And be on some. Hey, look at me, folks. Man, you gotta be. Right. Weaving in all types of shit. Yeah. Like, yeah, no, it's true. I'm just saying this in the sense of like, look, like promote boxing better. Like, and Rome makes a good point that a lot of niggas, they won't understand or know what the fuck they're watching, but it's something new to them. Cause there's videos, there's shorts that I post up all the time. Maybe a one I posted maybe last week, and niggas is already commenting because one's with the noodle and one's with the mitt, and niggas is like, well, that ain't gonna really work if the person switches if he decides mid-turn to switch this way with the stick. Now me, I know personally, real shit, niggas ain't swinging like that in real life. They not, motherfuckers, you never see no one swing a bat and be like, okay, hold on. And just switch directions. So I know niggas that's a perfect example of niggas just talking, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about, they're just watching something new. But you know what, at the end of the day, that's engagement, that's new voices, that's new talking points and shit. So that's what, if I'm creating that with just a bullshit 30-second video, what you think Amazon and PBC and all these places could do when they really show some legit pros do some innovative shit every now and then? So it helps.
Exactly.
So stop being super secretive. Like, y'all niggas ain't doing no top secret shit over there, because the final results when we see y'all box, it don't look like y'all niggas working on no fucking top secret shit. Nigga, I bet Brad got blacked out curtains all in the gym, and it don't look like we learning anything new from Plant. So y'all niggas gotta chill with this fucking secret shit. Like, y'all niggas is training on the goddamn mountain in the woods and shit, and y'all on some shout. No, the fuck you not. Open them fuck. Maybe if y'all showed y'all training, we could call bullshit more often.
Facts.
Like, you see how niggas did with Wilder when he was spinning around?
Yeah. And then
we don't know what these niggas is doing.
Yeah, and he got memed up for it too. Like, serious when he got.
All we know is the final result, and the final result don't be looking that great. That's it.
Yeah. And that.
But yeah, my bad. That's it.
Yep. And that's lesson you can take from watching, from what happened with Plant and Resendiz, though. But yeah, no, it was a good card, good watch, and everything like that. So, kudos for that. For making Saturday. Although I caught the replay I caught the other fights on the replay on Sunday, though. But it was good.
Yeah, I had the late pass. But hold on, real quick. Salute Chris Graham. What it do? Haney Tiffy. Yeah. I think it was Pilot or King P said it earlier. My fault.
Yeah, I think it was Pilot. Yeah.
Pilot. Shout out to Pilot. We'll do the quick predictions. We'll definitely go speak on that toward the end, though. I got you. Like, salute. And what up, Rob D? Salute too.